Now let's create the bar charts. So bar charts are considered to be the very important concept when it comes to data visualization. So why it is so good? Because bar chart is a good choice when you want to show how quantity varies among some discrete set of items. So for that, the best example I would like to save, I'll create a file. The file name is barchart1.py. We'll have two illustrations of bar chart. So coming to the first thing, here we will be printing the movies and the number of Oscars which they have received. So for that, the first thing is importing matplotlib library. So I'll say from matplotlib import pyplot as plt, and then we will create an array with the movie names as movies equals, there is some name of movies which are quite popular and which have gained a lot of Oscars. Annie Hall, the next movie. So this is like a demo example, but you can set n number of values which you have calculated with the help of data science for your research. The next movie now is, and after that comes the movie Gandhi, and the next movie is West Side Story. So these movies we will be using for the bar chart plotting. The next array I'm going to create is number of Oscars equals an array of 5, 11, then comes 3, then 8, and after that 10, and so on. So this one is 11, and then 3, then 8, then 10. So we have 5 movies and 5 array values. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create a bars, and the bars default width will have 0.8. So we'll add 0.1 to the left coordinate so that each bar is self-centered. So for that, getting the value as self-centered, I will use an array that is x's. Now I'll say I plus 0.1 for I, comma, the values represented in the enumerate form. So this will help you to make your values self-centered. And then I'll plot the bars with the left x coordinates, that is x's, which is being represented over here, and the heights as the num Oscars. So printing the value with the num Oscars, I'll say plot bar with a value as x's num underscore Oscars, and after that I'll say plot y label with a value as hash of, we'll just mention the proper functionality over here, hash of Academy Awards, and after that we'll print the next value as the title, plt.title. The value will be my favorite movies, and after that I'll print the xtick values, so that is plt.xticks. So this ticks will help you to keep the value self-centered again, that is I plus 0.5 for I, and the next value will be mentioned properly over here, that is in enumerate values as movies. The next parameter will be mentioned again as movies, and after that I'll plot my graph, that is plt.show. So I've created the code for bar chart, and here we will be using the function called plt.bar to in the bar chart diagram. So let's go to my script again. So this is my command prompt, and here I will be using the command python barchart1.py. So here you can see how the bar chart has been plotted with my favorite movies section, presenting the values over here, the 5 movies and the number of Oscars which has been received. Now we'll take the next example of the bar chart, which is actually a small example, and here we will be checking on the number of checks, and that is like plotting based on the number of years and the number of times I have heard someone say, for example, someone have said data science. So for that, I'll create a new file, that is bar chart2.py. And after this, I'm going to create a file over here with the start like from matplotlib import pyplot as plt, and after that we'll mention the value, that is mentions equals 500 and 505, and after that I'll say years equals value as 2013 and 2014, and after this we'll plot the values in the bar, that is plt.bar. The values will be represented in the array format as 2012.6.6, comma 2013.6. This is like mentioning the values in half a year format, and these kinds of mentions are usually taken place whenever you want to plot a particular path in the data science perspective. Now I'll say mentions and the value as 0.8, and after that I'll take the xticks over here, that is plt.xticks, value as years, and then we'll have the y label mentioned over here as hashtag of number of times of, or we can say the number of times I heard someone say data science. Okay. Now after this path, we'll mention the proper value over here. After this, I'll say the next value which needs to be set is arranging the tick label format. Now after this, the next section is we need to set the tick label. So that is plt.ticklabel underscore format, value as use of set equals false, and then the axis as plt.axis with the value as array of 2012.5 and then 2014.5. After that comes the value which is 499 and 506. Now we will set the title. So the title is plt.title. Look at the huge increase. So this is my title to mention the increase which has been tremendously visible. After that, so tremendous increase is mentioned properly in the exclamatory mark. After that, I'll set plt.show the value to be represented. So now we'll just again go to my command prompt. So just close this graph and let's create one more, we'll execute one more file. So let's execute the file as Python barchart2.py. So you can see how we are varying from 2013 to 2014 with the tick marks mentioned in between. And this is like the number of times I heard someone say data science, which is properly mentioned in the y-axis. This was the demonstration when it comes to bar charts.